Hey guys, so today we're going to be putting some makeup to the test. I received a package from the company Shop Hush, literally a gigantic box. If you don't know what Shop Hush is, it's an online makeup store that literally, they're known for like duping high-end palettes and making them for like $10, but they look like identical, obviously changing the names and stuff, but it's very clear as to what like the palette is. So I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about this company and about the palettes, and they look really, really cool, but I never knew like what to think about them, were they good or not. I've not swatched or touched these palettes or anything, so I can do like a very raw first impressions. I'm gonna do some swatches, and then we're gonna do an eye look. I'm gonna use like one of my high-end palettes and then the dupe from Shop Hush on the other side, and we're gonna compare and see if these palettes are any good. Like, because if they are, you can literally get the same exact high-end palettes for like $10, and that is amazing. They literally sent me like 15 palettes in here, which you guys are going to reap the benefit of because I'm going to be doing a giveaway with all the palettes that I do not use in this video because I don't need all these palettes. So I thought it'd be awesome to give back to you guys because of course you guys are freaking awesome all the time. So all the palettes I don't use in here are going to you guys. I'm going to create a Google document, and I'm going to link it down in the description box, and that's how you can enter to win. And I also want you guys to leave a comment on this video and let it be, let's see, just let it be like whatever your favorite palette is, one you're eyeing or one like you're using. What is your favorite eyeshadow palette? Leave it down in the comments, and then just fill out that Google document and comment down below. The winner is going to be chosen like randomly through the form that I'm going to have you guys fill out, and then I will notify the winner through their email, and I'll also announce it in my next video and leave it down in the description box as well so you guys know who won. So before I keep going on, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about when I mean that this company dupes high-end palette. It's called the Bad Habit Retro Love Palette, and just by looking at it you might get some vibes already, but when you open it up you're definitely going to be able to know what this palette is duped for, and if you don't, I don't know what to tell you, but just looking at that, do you know what it is? It is a dupe for the Anastasia Subculture palette, and literally when I opened this palette I was like, oh my god. Number one, these pan sizes are definitely bigger, so you definitely get more product in there. And literally these colors are a spot-on match. Let me just show you next to the Subculture palette. So they are arranged a little bit differently, but you guys can see from looking at it, the colors are seriously spot-on. It's pretty crazy. And then they also sent me this one. It's called the Royals palette, and then you guys are definitely gonna know what this one is. It is a dupe for the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, so let me compare those two. My Modern Renaissance palette is obviously a little beat up, but you guys get the gist of it. That's what they look like, and they're super, super spot on as well. So I think I'm going to try and use both the Modern Renaissance and the Subculture palette on one eye and do like a look with those, and then the other eye use like the same shadows and do the exact same look with the other two Shop Hush palettes so we can compare. But I'm going to show you also a couple of the other palettes they sent me just so you can see like what's going to be in the giveaway and stuff. They also sent me two of these actually. These are the Paradise Highlighting Kits, and when I open them up they definitely resemble to me the Anastasia Glow Kits maybe a little bit. So they did send me two of these, and let me just, actually I'll just swatch this right now since it's not like an eyeshadow palette and that's not really what we're using today. Alright, I'm going to swatch White Sands. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is pretty friggin' pigmented. Oh my god, hang on. Let me try Resting Beach Face. Oh my god, these are really, really pigmented and smooth. Wow. Okay, those are really pretty. So one of these palettes will definitely be going in the giveaway pile because I have two of them. So far so good just based off those highlighting swatches. I didn't swatch the palettes yet, we're going to do that in a minute. But I also got this Sugar, I guess it's the Face Candy palette. And to me this definitely resembles one of the, like the Too Faced palettes, like the, actually I think this is supposed to be like the Peach palette. So I'm not going to swatch this one because I'm going to put this one in the giveaway as well. I think it's really, really cute and beautiful. And that's what that one looks like up close. So I can't swatch it for you guys because it's unsanitary, but that will be in the giveaway. In there is also the Inferno palette, which to me definitely resembles the Urban Decay Heat palette or the new Tarte, what is it called? Toasted palette. So it has those warm tones in there. So I'm going to put this one in the giveaway as well because I think it's really, really gorgeous, so I'm not going to swatch this one either, but we're definitely going to get a vibe for these palettes with the other swatches that I'm going to do with the palettes I'm keeping. So I'm hoping they're good. Like, I literally haven't swatched them yet. So either way, like, I'm obviously still gonna do the giveaway. Someone's gonna get these palettes, but hopefully they're good. Also in the giveaway, I'll be putting this palette that they sent. This is called the Midsummer Nights palette, and I believe this is supposed to be a dupe for the new Lorac Mega Pro palette. But this one is so gorgeous. The colors in here are freaking beautiful. And you get 30 colors in here. I was really tempted to keep this one because it's so pretty, but I want one of you guys to have it because it just looks awesome, and you get like a range of different tones in there, so I want one of you guys to have this. And then last but not least, they sent over this one. This is the Aphrodite Palette, and I am going to keep this one because I do want to do a separate video on it, like maybe doing another dupe video, because I'm going to use like the Anastasia dupes today. But this is a dupe for the Huda Beauty, what is her first palette called? What the hell? I'm like losing my mind. I forget off the top of my head what it's called, but this is a exact dupe for that palette as well. It even has like the pressed kind of glitter shades in it, which are super gorgeous. Like, it seriously looks exactly like it. So I'm gonna swatch this one real quick. Let me just swatch like a couple of these glittery shades. I just want you guys to know that this is like on their website, so if you want to check it out. But let's test this one. Oh my god. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of them. Oh my god, guys. Look at that. Oh my god. I think these are even better than the most recent Huda Beauty palette I just did a review on, which is pretty impressive. That is some serious pigment. So I want to jump back over to the Retro Love palette, which is the one I'm going to be using today. I'm going to test a couple of these shades and kind of compare it to the texture and pigment in the Subculture palette before we put them on our eyes. So I'm going to test what shade. I guess we'll do Youth, this one right here. Let's try this. It feels really soft. I'd say, let's see, just by looking at my finger swatch, I feel like it might be like a little bit less pigmented than Subculture, just because Subculture is like one of the most pigmented palettes that I own. The shadows are just pressed so differently. So, okay, yeah. So definitely right off the bat, there's a ton more pigment in the Subculture palette, but also it depends how these work on the eyes. I know a lot of people have problems using the Subculture palette, so let me just swatch these. It's kind of hard to like, this is Subculture, and this is the Retro Love. So, I mean, it's not a bad swatch. Definitely, what is this one? Fudge is definitely a little bit darker of a tone. This is still a pretty transition shade, but it's not like spot on. I'm going to do Icon from the Retro Love palette, and then I'm also going to grab some Electric from Subculture. So this is Electric from Subculture. Electric is always, right off the bat, had been like a like not pigmented swatch, just because it's like a different type of formula. So looking at Icon in the Retro Love palette, it definitely looks like an awesome shade. Like, that one is super pigmented. It's way more pigmented than the one in Subculture. This is Revolution from Retro Love. That one feels really pigmented. Where are we here? Holy shit. That is freaking crazy. Oh my god. I know just from using it that Adorn is really pigmented, and I love the consistency of it. It just holds up really well in the eyes, but it definitely doesn't swatch as smooth as that one. Like, ooh, that's crazy. This one is the one from the Dupe palette, and that's a pretty intense shade. I'm really excited to try these on my eyes. My initial thoughts without having used these on my eyes yet is that these are definitely a great alternative if you are looking for a cheaper dupe, if you maybe can't afford the expensive palettes. I know they add up and you want like every single palette, so this is definitely like a great option. I think this is really cool that they do this actually. It gives like everyone a chance to kind of get like the same kind of colors and everything, so I do like that. Okay, so I think we did enough swatches. Let's jump into this eye look. I'm ready to see how these babies perform. This is going to be the high-end side, this is going to be the low-end side. I'm going to start by taking Raw Sienna from the actual Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to do the dupe shadow in the crease same way. And from the dupe palette, I'm taking Noble. This color is pretty spot on. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of this shade from Modern Renaissance, pop that a little bit below the crease as well, and same correlating shade on the other side. I guess I'm not gonna like keep telling you guys that, so I don't have to keep repeating myself, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Same shade on this eye, but from the other palette. Oh my god, like they really do look the same, holy crap. I wasn't expecting it to be like this much alike, oh my god. Now I'm gonna dip on into Fudge from Modern Renaissance. This shade definitely looks a little bit darker in the pan than the one from the Shop Hush palette. So I don't know if it's gonna be like exactly the same on the lid. Okay, and taking Grand from Shop Hush palette. I will say, like, dipping my brush into them, you definitely don't have to dip your brush in as much with the Anastasia shadows, but Anastasia shadows in general packed like really lightly, so you just need to tap your brush in like super gently. But I'm still getting a good amount of pigment with the Shop Hush palette. I am noticing though that I think it's a little bit easier to concentrate and focus the Anastasia shadows where you want them. I feel like these shadows do blend like away a little bit easier. What I'm trying to say is, like, you can kind of see almost like the ombre of the transitions here, and on this side they kind of blend into each other a little bit more, which isn't a bad thing. Like, it still almost looks basically the same. There's just tiny differences that I'm noticing if you like really want to break down the details, but overall the colors and tones of both looks are looking pretty spot on right now. So now I'm going to take Adorn, and I'm going to use that on my finger because that's my favorite way to apply it, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I really love this shadow from the Subculture palette, so I'm going to apply this one with my finger as well. Oh my god, this is really pretty. Okay, so these tones are definitely a little tiny bit different. Retro Love One is a little bit more almost golden, whereas this one is a little bit more coppery and like deeper. So this shade is really pretty actually. I almost like it a little bit more. Like, it kind of just pops a little bit more because it's a little bit brighter. I'm just going to go ahead and darken up the outer corner on both sides with the same dark brown shade, not the same, but the dark brown shade that I use on both eyes. I can't get the brown on this side to be as dark as I have it on the other side. I'm going to take Primavera and the other opposite shade and put both of those on my brow bone. Those two brow bone shades look pretty, like, I think they look identical actually. I can't even tell them apart. I'm just going to do some concealer real quick. I'm just using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm using both. I'm mixing shades. I'm going to mix Creamy Beige and I'm going to mix a light ivory in there too to lighten it up just a little. Alright, I'm just going to pop on a wing. I'm going to use the LA Splash Architect Liner, and I always use this. So my wings definitely want to be like distant cousins today and not sisters, so it's right. We went a little crazy with the liner. It happens. I'm going to pop the same brown bone highlights from both eyes in the inner corner. I'm just going to set my under eye real quick so we can do the lower lash line, and I'm just setting that with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I want to do a pop of blue on the lower lash line, so I'm taking Axis from Subculture and vice versa from the other palette on my lower lash line. This one's freaking pigmented. I think it's a little bit darker. Damn, that one's pigmented. Okay guys, I just finished off my makeup, popped on some lashes. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? So I think that the shadows actually performed a lot better than I thought they were going to. Part of me kind of thought that it might have been like a dud, but they actually worked out really well, so I'm impressed. I think for $10, like most of these palettes on the website are $10, which I think you cannot beat. And they also offered me a discount code for you guys if you want to use it, or you don't have to. But that code is TACO. Get it? Like Gina Ritacco? Taco? No? But you guys can use that at checkout for even extra cash off if you want to. So I thought that was amazing. And Shop Hush also offers other brands on their website. It's not just Shop Hush products. They have like NYX and Milani and like a couple other popular brands. So I thought that's really cool too. Like everything on their site is really affordable. So I like it. I like the brand overall. I like the palettes. I would definitely use them. I just think they're a really great deal. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you guys thought that this eye look looks similar to the high end or not. Let me know your thoughts. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and don't forget to enter the giveaway if you guys want to win some Shop Hush palettes. I'll leave all the official rules in the description box for you guys and all that information. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!